celebrates the notion that we are the most evolved species of all of the species.
This is a YouTube thing.
It is a YouTube phenomenon.
Because the last huge YouTube thing I remember was that Gangnam Style, right?
Yeah, well, there have been quite a few.
But that was, I know there have, but I mean, that thing was,
it was real. Yes, and that was a song. That was a real song. And a lot of people liked it, and Justin Bieber's guy got a hold of it, and I think that contributed greatly to becoming a big deal here. This one is, I think, to call it a song is an insult to songs everywhere. Most of you already know what I'm talking about. It has 105 million hits on YouTube. Amanda's already laughing.
Million.
It's called "What Does the Fox Say?" It's by a Norwegian band called Ylvis, or they're a comedy duo. They're being described as.
Is that what it is, Ylvis?
Well, it's not funny,
YLVIS.
but it's not music.
Yeah.
So I don't think that they're. I wouldn't call them comedic, but they're certainly not musicians.
So what are
For
they?
those of you who haven't seen it, it starts out with almost like a children's song where they're saying the cow goes moo and the horse goes neigh, and they're making all the sounds that the animals make.
We can learn.
You're learning nothing, and it's stupid and bad.
Okay.
And then it takes a turn from which it never recovers. They say, "What does the fox say?" And then it goes into a series of excruciating noises that they make, and it never stops. It just goes on for like 4.5 minutes.
Do any of them sound like a fox?
No.
Do you know
what a fox sounds like?
Do you know what a fox sounds like?
Tell me if this is what it sounds like.
What does the fox say? What the fox say?
It doesn't get better.
So I was just going to say, do they bring it back to anything?
No. They just keep doing this.
Yeah, I'm with you. I don't think a fox says any of this.
I don't know what a fox says. It's so awful that I can't believe it. And the fact that people are watching this in by the hundreds of millions demonstrates that any notion that we are actually superior intellectually to animals is untrue. It is not accurate. Because I'm telling you right now, my dog has the good sense to walk away when that thing is playing on the computer. But the family is sitting there and watching it, and they're laughing. I don't know. It's ridiculous.
So what happens on Halloween when somebody rings your door and you go to give them candy and they're dressed like the fox?
I'm going to say the fox says, "Get away from my door." The fox says,
I'm not going to lie. I've never heard that. Until
because you're living under a rock.
Amanda watching that, and then you played this, and I heard it. I had no idea.
That's it. You now know it. You may think, "Oh well, I got to check this thing out." No, you've now checked it out. That's it. Except they're dressed idiotically in fox.
How long? So is it like the normal?
It's like 5 minutes ish. Yeah.
And 105 million people have viewed it.
Yeah, that's right. It's just terrible.
You got to believe a lot of those people were multiple times they've done it. Which
I'd like to think it was one person who watched it 105 million times.
Because then we could just get rid of that person.
Yeah, and then everything would be fine.
We would then balance the earth. Fox doesn't say ding, 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 ding. What's that?
What the fox say?
I don't think the fox says that either. I don't even know what they're saying yet. Now, they're saying here the fox is actually saying words. Those aren't words, though. It sounds like happy or something.
I like that one. Just some idiot barking. Not only that, I'm now never going to Norway. I'm never going to go to Norway. My goal in life is to try and visit as many countries as I can and see as much of the world as I can. I am now skipping Norway. I am. I'm going to go directly from Sweden to Finland. I'm skipping Norway.
Is that song big there?
I don't know. It's got to be. It's big here, Mike. This song is huge.
No, I get that, but did they try it out there? I don't know who Ylvis is or
Ylvis or Ylvis
or Ylvis.
Here on Wikipedia, they're a Norwegian comedy duo from Bergen, consisting of brothers Bard and Vagard. They debuted as professional variety artists in 2000. Have had a string of very successful variety shows, humoristic concerts, TV shows, radio shows, and music videos. Their song, "The Fox," went viral on YouTube in September of this year, bringing the brothers to international attention.
Well, you know what we just did?
What?
A lot of people are now going to go to YouTube and check out the video.
Trust me, don't. I'm trying to warn you. Be forewarned. You're doing this to yourself. I've now told you, don't do it. It's a mistake. It's awful.
And someone please tell me what the fox says.
I can tell you right
What does the fox say?
That's what the fox says.
All right.
That's it. He doesn't say anything else.
All right.
It's awful. Awful.
I agree with you. We are simpatico.
The winning word of the day is on the way here
Not
with Mike and Mike.
simpatico
It will
on
not be related in any way. The song was #1 in Norway. Well, again, another reason, skip Norway. Not going there under any circumstances.
Get in a camp in Norway and that's playing. Let me out!
All right, and we'll do that. We got. I don't even know what we're going to do next.
Yeah,
It'll be better than that was. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah.
After this word from David Buster's, Mike, football is the best game.